Once upon a time in the sunny village of Sundapur, there lived three brothers Rohan, Kiran, and Ayan. They were young, full of dreams, and worked for a rich merchant named Harish. One day he called them and said, "I am giving each of you land and gold. Use your time well and make the most of what you are given. How you use it will decide your future." Rohan, the oldest, laughed. "Life is short. Gold is for enjoying. Why save what we can spend?" He spent his coins on parties, music, and fine clothes, thinking that pleasure was the best part of life. Kiran, the middle brother, frowned and held his bag of gold tightly. "I cannot risk losing it. I will wait and keep it safe. It is better to be careful than to regret later." He said he only worked enough to survive and never tried to grow or invest. Ayan, the youngest, knelt under a tree and whispered a prayer. "Lord, help me use this gift wisely. Each day and each coin has a purpose. Guide me so that my work helps many people, not just me." He planned carefully, spending some gold on tools, seeds, and small projects. He also helped the poor and shared what he could. Days turned into months. Rohan's land grew at first, but soon he wasted his wealth on pleasure. He held big parties, rode horses, and bought luxuries, ignoring his crops and soil. Kiran's land stayed empty and full of weeds. His fear stopped him from doing anything, and he hardly worked. Ian worked from sunrise to sunset. He studied the land, helped the workers, and wrote down every seed and coin in a small notebook. Every morning he thanked God and shared some of his earnings with the poor. Slowly his fields became green, his animals multiplied, and his home became rich. But he stayed humble. One evening, the three brothers met near the river that ran between their lands. Rohan boasted, "Look at my wealth. I spent my gold on pleasure, and I enjoyed every moment." "What is gold for if not to spend?" Kiran shook his head. "I kept my gold safe. I didn't risk it, but my land is empty. At least I did not lose what I had." Ayan looked at them calmly. "Rohan, your gold gave happiness for a short time, but it will not last. Kiran, your fear kept your gold safe, but it did not grow. I worked steadily every day and used what we were given to help many. That is true wealth." Rohan laughed, annoyed. "You are too careful, Ayan. Life is short," Ayan smiled. "Yes, life is short, but it is not useless. Time and gold must be used wisely. What is wasted cannot come back, and what is never used cannot help anyone." Years passed. Rohan lost most of his golden land because of carelessness. Kiran stayed poor, trapped by fear. With nothing to show, Ayan's fields thrived, his animals grew, and he became known for fairness and kindness. He still prayed every morning, thanked God for his blessings, and helped the poor. When Harish returned, he walked through the village. He stopped at each brother's land to see what they had done. He nodded at Ayan and said, "You have understood. You used your time and gifts well, and they have grown. You worked not only for yourself, but for others. That is wisdom." He looked at Rohan and Kiran. "Rohan, you chased pleasure and lost what could have been your foundation. Kiran, you were afraid and achieved nothing. Let this be a lesson. Time and gold, when used well, bring growth and blessings. When wasted or kept unused, they bring regret." The three brothers bowed, understanding their own choices. And so, friends, remember this. Use your time and money wisely. Work hard, help others, and make the most of what you have. That is the true way to grow and be happy.